Welcome to the Stack Supplement Podcast, the premier source for supplement news and reviews.
Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of the Stack Supplement Podcast for the new year and new decade. We took the last couple of weeks off for the holidays, but if you followed along on the website, Stack3d.com, you will have seen we kept the updates and the news coming, as we've done for the past 8 years. We only took Christmas Day off, and we're still pumping news every other day. We're going to jump right back into it with all of the excitement we shared on the site from the past week or so, with the first story being SynFit Nutrition. The brand announced for the new year that it has reformulated one of its more popular products in the SynFit cookie. The product still features the same nutrition profile with 20 grams of protein, 35 grams of carbs, 7 sugar, 12 fat, and 310 calories. It also still comes in all of the same flavors. The change, or the difference is, with the reformulation, is it's given it better taste and texture. We haven't tried it ourselves, but it's saying there's a significant difference. You can buy it now from the website. Again, same few flavors. They have a sale. They had a sale on. I don't know if it's still running. This is kind of a weekly wrap up where they're doing 30% off. But yeah, they've revamped their cookie. So if you were already a fan, you're most likely going to be a bigger fan. And if you tried it and didn't quite like it, you might want to give it another go. Reformulation, better taste, better texture, and so nothing lost on the improvement on that one. We move from functional food all the way to the pump category, which is a space of the market that's just been exploding, I would say, over the past 2 years. We refer to the pump category as, or we identify it as kind of a space for products that are pre-workouts, but are more geared towards pump, and typically they're stim-free. In fact, I would kind of class them all as stim-free. At least you need to be stim-free to kind of compete, but they're pre-workouts that are primarily designed to enhance the crap out of pumps while you work out, rather than energy and focus like your typical stimulant-powered pre-workout. The category has been growing like crazy. The biggest entrant from the past 2 years it is Ghost Pump. That product has been the king for us for the past, I can't remember exactly when it launched, but it's been the king since it hit the market. We actually made a top 5 list of pump pre-workouts because of that product, and it has sat at the top and battled off all competitors. That since we created it, it's still the king. It doesn't look like it's going to be dethroned anytime soon. But 2 new products are coming into this category, and they were announced over the past week or so. And the first is from Beyond Raw, the GNC exclusive brand, known for its pre-workout Lit, which also has the more intense version, Lit as Fuck, or Lit as AF, and then the on-the-go drinkable version, or the carbonated version, that also has a pretty solid pre-workout formula. They've announced a new product called simply named Beyond Raw Pump, which is appropriate because that's what it's for, pumps. The product features a pretty robust, well-rounded formula. The ingredients aren't as dosed as high as we've seen, but they're also nowhere near as dosed as low as we've seen. Each serving, each full maximum dose serving, so that's 20 per tub, comes with 6 grams of citrulline malate. That's citrulline malate at a 2-to-1 citrulline to malic acid ratio. You got 1.5 grams each of glycerol and nitrosamine. Fitnox is also in there, which is kind of a very increasingly popular pump ingredient. And there's a new one that I hadn't seen before for heart health and endurance and blood flow with, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's called Oxyjun or Oxyjun. It's Oxy, then J-U-N. And that one's in the mix alongside the other pump ingredients. The product itself does also have a muscle and mitochondrial energy matrix to kind of add, benefits outside of the pumps. But it looks like a pretty solid, well-rounded thing, especially from a mainstream brand. But check that one out. If you just go to the site, type in Beyond Raw, you'll see it come up. From there we go to basically the category that has seen a mountain of excitement shared over the past week, and that is the energy drink market. Big stories in that area, and it just doesn't seem to stop. So we're going to sort of start this little string of announcements with the first one we saw which was from the celebrity, the icon, the fitness, the everything, the man himself, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He announced that he is coming out with an energy drink in 2020. He didn't say anything more outside of the fact that it's going to be an energy drink that's coming this year. It did actually mention it's going to be an aluminum can, and that's all we got. The reason this is such big news, or I sincerely believe it is going to be huge news, is because it's the damn Rock. I mean, the guy is one of the most popular people on Instagram. He's got 150-something million followers, and he's gonna make a dent. I mean, with the drink itself, when it hits, his reach and his fame is going to push this thing like crazy. I don't know what kind of beverage we're looking at, whether we're thinking, 160 caffeine, whether we're talking more high energy like Bang with 300, but it's going to make a dent. You have to suspect that it's going to make a dent. My only concern is I'm hoping it tastes good. It's The Rock. Who isn't a fan of him? I just hope it tastes good. And to think that because it's a big brand or mainstream doesn't mean it's going to be good. We experienced that with a Coca-Cola energy drink that launched in Europe last year. It was horrible. I mean, universally, a lot of the people that we talked to just flat out did not like it. And in an age where you've got not just great tasting, but incredibly great tasting energy drinks in Rays, C4, Bang, America, 3D. These guys are just great energy drinks. They just taste amazing. So to make an impression, you don't just have to make it taste good. You have to make it taste phenomenal. And so my hope is that The Rock delivers something like that. I'm really excited. I'm really just hoping he does. More information is going to be out soon on that one, but we'll be following, and we'll drop it as soon as you can. But again, this is just one of the many stories for the energy drink market. The other new one we got details on is a new drink from the guys at Reign, which is the beverage brand from the beverage giant Monster. Now, Reign has made quite a bit of noise in 2019 with its original energy drink packing 300 milligrams of caffeine, BCAAs. And so the new spin-off that's coming from them is called Reign Inferno, and it's going to be kind of the same. It'll have 300 milligrams of caffeine, BCAAs, B vitamins, electrolytes. However, the brand has labeled it as a thermogenic drink. So it's going to have kind of a thermogenic twist. I don't know what ingredient's going to be in there to kind of give it that. We haven't got the full label reveal or anything like that. We just know that that's just the thing, the key difference that's going to separate it from the regular Reign drink. I will mention the other kind of detail we've heard is that it's going to come in a unique set of flavors. So 3 have been confirmed so far with True Blue, Red Dragon, and Jalapeno Strawberry. Now, these are far from your traditional taste, at least based on their names, and are very different from the kind of things we'd seen from the regular Reign drink. So I'm kind of curious as to what it's going to taste like, also what kind of effects you're going to get, especially because they're trying to make it separate from the regular Reign. It's all basically going to find out when we try it or when we see what that main ingredient is. But if you go to the sites, type in Reign, you'll see full details, or at least all the information we have on it for now. And from there we move to the last couple of stories, and they're both from the same brand. One of them is for another energy drink, and this news is from Cellucor. Now, Cellucor has made a lot of noise in this energy drink market over the past year or so. They launched with C4 carbonated, which is basically kind of a pre-workout, a carbonated pre-workout drink. They went on to do C4 Ultimate carbonated as well as the C4 Natural. So they've got 3 different beverages on the market. As far as all of the ones I've tried of theirs, it tastes pretty damn good. And the new one they got coming out is called C4 Smart Energy. Now the point of difference on this one is that it's a more kind of focus, nootropic type drink. It's got energy ingredients as well as focus ingredients, which pushes it apart from the other 2. Like I said, the C4 carbonated has a more pre-workout type formula. C4 Ultimate has a more advanced pre-workout type formula. Then you have the natural. This one is they've labeled it as the Super Brain Performance Fuel. So the idea seems to be that it's just more focus based, more, I guess, for like studying gamers, the typical market where extra focus is coming handy. sounds like my kind of beverage. I'm a big fan of energy drinks, just to those days where you need to get shit done or you need to do something. And those extra focus ingredients will come in handy. It's kind of similar to what America does. They have, I believe, focus type ingredients in theirs as well, as on top of the caffeine and stuff like that. But this one, it's pretty radical kind of design compared to the other ones. It features like a gradient of colors. The key ingredients, the caffeine, of course, at 200 milligrams. So the same caffeine, or the same amount of caffeine as the regular C4 carbonated, but it is also natural caffeine from a branded green tea source, Innovo Tea. Alongside that, there is 250 milligrams of cognizin, choline, and then there's N-acetyl-L-tyrosine. And so you've got a whole bunch of ingredients in there to kind of, well, not a bunch, but 2 other ingredients with the caffeine to kind of make it a more well-rounded beverage and experience that pushes it further and further away from the regular version or the other versions. It's due to launch in, I believe it's 1st of February at GNC. It'll be coming in 4 flavors, Freedom Ice, Electric Sour, Peach Mango, Nectar, and Cotton Candy, none of which have any sugar or any calories, no artificial colors, so it's very similar to some of the other ones. And there will be a 12-ounce version, so a smaller, similar to C4 carbonated, which has that 16-ounce size, that traditional 16-ounce size, and then the 12-ounce. And just like C4 carbonated, the smaller C4 Smart Energy will have 25% less caffeine at 150 instead of the 200 that you get in that bigger 16-ounce. But it will keep the same amount of cognizin at 250 milligrams. So it's not a complete shrink down, it's just the caffeine that's slightly less in the liquid itself. But as mentioned, we do have one other story to share, and that comes from Cellucor also, and it is news outside of the energy drink market, but not too far outside. And this is the pre-workout category, and this announcement is for C4 Dynasty. So C4 Dynasty is basically Cellucor's, I have to say, their most well put together, well dosed, intense looking pre-workout ever. It is a limited edition small batch run product, so by the sounds of things, it's not going to be around for long, and there's not going to be that many tubs produced. But this thing is as loaded as we've seen from, I almost fair to say, from any mainstream brand. They've packed this one out with, I think it's like 24 grams of active ingredients, which is a shitload compared to a lot of others. You've got 10 grams of citrulline combined from 3 different sources. That's from citrulline, pure citrulline, citrulline malate, and citrulline nitrate. You also get a huge 6.4 grams of carnosine beta-alanine. There's a creatine blend in there, which also includes creatine nitrate. It's just a loaded product, and it's not something you typically see from a big brand, especially the size of Cellucor. I'm hoping to get my hands on it when I can, but you can, if you go to the website, just type in C4 or C4 Dynasty, it'll come up and you can check it out for yourself. And it is very impressive, very well put together. And it basically, Cellucor starting the year off with a huge bang with C4 Smart Energy and then C4 Dynasty. We'll definitely be sharing details on C4 Smart Energy when it becomes available. Same with C4 Dynasty. As mentioned, C4 Smart Energy will be hitting GNC on the 1st of February. C4 Dynasty is going to have a little different kind of launch. As far as we know, it's going to launch first on the publicly on the 21st of this month. So it's only about a week or so before you're going to be able to get your hands on it. 2 weeks before you're going to get your hands on it. But there is a page you can sign up to. If you go to our site, type in C4 Dynasty, there's a link on where to buy. If you click on that link, you'll get taken to a page, and if you sign up, you'll get access to an early bird launch that's going down on the 13th, which is like 8 days earlier. So if you definitely don't want to miss out, or at least just want to get on it as soon as possible, check that link, sign up, and you'll be in there. For this week's episode, that is it. We'll be back again next week with more, no doubt, a lot more news and a lot more excitement. So look forward to that.